Hey you guys, this is Silverstar here, and I'm back for another episode. I last left you guys off just giving you some ideas of what I'll be doing here in this series with my new character. So right now what I'm doing here is I just want to show you guys retainer creation and setup here. So right now I'm still here in Limsa Limosa. Right now I went ahead and I am in the Hawkeye's Alley area here, as you can see. So right now I'm in front of a Freed Wibe. Yeah, I'm totally probably mispronouncing that name there, but this is where your retainers are going to be located. So we're going to go ahead and get started on creating 2 retainers here. So I'm going to hire a retainer. It's going to let me know I can hire up to 4 retainers here. Now, for the sake of perplexity here, a lot of people are probably not going to have 4 retainers, so I'm going to show you guys doing this with 1 retainer only. So as you see, I probably have some slave slots here, so I'm just going to choose the first one, and let's see, what we're going to do is maybe look for a random appearance here. Let's see. He looks like someone that could sell something. Let's check his voice out here. Alright, that works. Let's go ahead and confirm. Save his appearance. And then let's go ahead and finalize him here. Let's go ahead and make him lively. So we're going to give our character a name here. So let's do Mickey. That sounds alright. Let's press OK. We're going to save them. And first retainer is created. Let's see. Alright, so it looks like name a Mega Cell, just for the kicks of it. Alright, we're going to do retainer 2. Change them to Mikote. female. That looks good. Alright, let's go ahead and give her a name as well. Let's make her polite. And let's see here. What can we do for a name for this individual here? Let's see if this name is available. Awesome. Okay, so we have our 2 retainers completed here now. And so as you can see, we have nothing for sale, of course. In these retainers, we can either entrust or withdraw items. We can entrust or withdraw gil, which is what we want. And we can sell items from our inventory, sell items from our items, or from the retainers items. So we're going to choose our items. And you know, right now, the only thing we can really sell at the moment from items that we've collected thus far are really going to be our potions, antidotes. And so right now, if you go through here, you notice that these are only going to sell back to the regular vendors for 1 gil a piece. But if you go to compare prices, you can see that pretty much everyone is essentially doing the same thing. So I mean, pretty much this is not going to be an item we want to sell. High potions, these will sell for about 3 gil back to vendors. And as you can see here already, these are selling for about 90 a pop. Now if you go here, you can check the history out to see how much people are paying for these. And 90 seems to be around the right range that we want to go to. So people are buying them in either mostly 2s that we can see for the most part. So what we can do here is we don't want to overflood the market, but we do want to make some gil here. So let's go ahead and sell 2 of these ethers. They sell back to the market for about 2 gil. Okay, so this right here, we're not going to worry about that either. Antidotes, we've got about 1 gil, so that's not really worth it there. We're not going to worry about that. Fantasias we got to keep. Mutton stew for gathering. So mutton stews, that's actually not too bad either. So generally people are selling them at a pretty decent rate here, around the 200, 300 range. So what we want to do here is we want to really try to match the market up a little bit here. So notice that most people are going to select from this top range. So we want to make sure our stuff can be somewhat viewable. So let's set it for around 230. So that sounds about good. So let's say 230 gil, and we're going to sell 1, and we're going to sell 2. So 230, 2 of them. Very good. So now we have some flatbread here. Again, this one normally sells for 1 gil back to the vendor. Not many people selling it, but people are buying it. It looks like 50 seems to be the average market board price. Have about people selling at 75 for 3. So let's just say we're going to sell this for about roughly 65, and we're just going to sell 1 of these. CP, which really helps out here. Notice these are selling for about 100. People are buying them in pretty decent stacks. So 5 here or so. So what we can do here is, so we can match these 2 people here. They're selling 5 for 1,000, right? So let's sell 200 for 5. We'll get those out the way. raisins. Sell back for about 1 gil to the vendor. We'll do these. That's actually not too bad here. People are buying them. So 55. So we'll say about 55 too. Match that price. Get about 275 gil there. And then we're just going to sort this, X out of that, and let's quit. So yeah, we've got some firm requests here from some spammers. So we're going to go ahead and take him out and say no from the gil seller. Yeah, those can be a little interesting to deal with those individuals there. But now what we want to do here is what everyone is waiting for is the actual crafting. So notice the clothes I'm wearing, right? One thing about crafting here is to know what you should really want to craft first. Weaver and leatherworker are probably going to be your best bets to start off first. Reason for that is because, as you can see, you get control. You get a lot of good gear you can wear when you're crafting to help you level up faster, to make high quality items. So we're going to take a teleport here, and we're going to use one of our free teleports. We're going to go ahead and travel to Uda. So the Weaver Guild is going to be in Uda, and in the Weaver Guild we can go ahead and get some really cheap items there to help us start crafting some better clothes here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and register this as one of my favorite destinations. That way this will be a lot cheaper. And we're going to take the Ethernet portal here to the Weaver Guild, and as you can see here, let's go ahead and go into the Weaver Guild. There's a couple quests available here, but we're not going to really worry about that at this very moment here. So right now, let's go ahead and make our characters some clothes, right? So let's see, the first item that we're probably going to need to make is to also get points for completing our log here. We're going to go ahead and make some Heffen yarn. So we're going to need enough to make Heffen gloves. We're going to make ourselves, let's see here, at level 1, and some pants, gloves, pants, and we could use some perception too. So all of this here, let's start with some Moko grass. So we're going to go ahead and get to the guild supplier here, and we're going to buy us some Moko grass. So I'd say it takes about 2 Moko grass to make 1 piece of material here, or make one piece of clothing. So we're going to do, for the sake of leveling, let's say about 20 for the moment here. So when you're crafting again, you're going to go into menu, your logs, your crafting log, and your Heffen yarn you're going to synthesize. So you're really going to want to try to make a high quality, but you're really not going to get any moves yet until you really have your character leveled up for the moment. So we're going to try to get some actions here. As you can see right now, all we have is basic synthesis of time. So we don't have any of the special traits yet to really level or make high quality items just yet. But that's perfectly fine for right now. So let's go back into the crafting log again. And we're going to go to Heffen Yarn, we're going to synthesize. And we're just going to do this a few times here. Alright, so that's going to make number 2. Number 3. And there goes my first level, you guys. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and complete some of my clothes here, but that's what I would do first, you guys. First, go ahead and make sure you have decent clothes to start off with all your crafts here. So go ahead and again make your control, which is going to help out with your characters. So make sure you have the control ready. You're going to want to make sure to have your craftsmanship. Go ahead and make your perception gear as well for your gathering classes. Keep in mind, a weaver is only going to be one of these classes that's going to help you make these items. So another class that's also going to help you out here is going to be leatherworker. With leatherworker, you're going to be able to make your headgear and also your gathering gear as well to complete your set. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this real quick. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick trip to New Gridania. We're going to use one of our free tickets here so we don't use up all our money. And so far so good. We're going to take a Ethernet portal here, and let's go ahead and go to the amphitheater here. Now as you can see, the leatherworking guild is going to be right here, and we're just going to go ahead and also unlock the portal over here as well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and attune this one. And again, so here we go. X12, Y8 over in Old Gridania. Again, this is why you want to make sure you have your main storyline completed up to at least 17. That way these areas are going to be unlocked here for you. Again, each area is also going to have a guild supplier, which is going to be able to provide you with certain items that you will need to craft your characters some gear here. So notice that with this here, we're going to go ahead and change our character over to leatherworker, crafting. And notice that we've already collected some animal skins here, so we can go ahead and craft that as well. And voila, we got ourselves some leather, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and at least make one item here. So we're going to go ahead and make a level 1 headpiece for our character. Now, of course, this is not going to be high quality just yet, but that's going to be perfectly fine here for what we want for right now. Bam. So now we've got our first headpiece. And there we go. So now also, let's see here. Okay, so it looks like it went ahead and put it in inventory. We're going to go ahead and equip that. And voila. Now, for you guys here, these are going to be your attribute stats here. The most important thing that we're looking at is going to be craftsmanship and control. Of course, what these two affect here is going to help you with the progress. This helps you with quality. Craftsmanship is going to help you with the synthesis steps, which means that whenever you use basic touch, your progress is going to increase faster. Right, you guys, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and make a few things to go ahead and sell into the market here, right? So we're going to go ahead and speed through here. Now your retainers are going to be accessible from all areas. And generally you can find your retainers by looking for the bell on your mini map. So there goes one right here. And we're going to go ahead and sell some items. Now one thing you can also do is you can also go to the market board right here, and you can say, for instance, you want to search for headpieces for leatherworker, and you're going to see these items here. And one thing you can do is sort of see how many are being sold right now and for how much. As you can see, some people are selling for 59, but as you can tell, they sell for 1 gil. And these sell at a pretty decent rate, so that's not too bad here. Food again is going to be one of your primary things. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here today for you guys. What I will do for you here is by the time I come back, I will have a full set of clothes here for you guys, and I will get my characters leveled up a little bit higher here, so this way you guys can see a little bit more thoroughly the time frame that it's going to take to really build up your characters here. And again, I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.